Alright, hey guys. Hopefully my mic is working this time. I think it should be. But, turns out there's a lot more information here than I read. So I'm going to read it. Here we go. This is all on the forums, kind of spread out. So we're looking at, of course, the alpha patch 2.2, which was just released to the public test universe. And here we go. These are the issues, and actually, like, we were just laughing at them because of how ridiculous some of this sounds. Like, for instance, this one. EVAing back into the ship. This is one of the issues. While EVAing back into ship, with the interior physics is having issues such as permanent ragdoll and death. Is that all? Okay, we highly recommend using a ship with a cockpit if you have one available. This is official, because I'm going to use a ship without a cockpit. Maybe I'm missing something, but or using the test saber. New features, star systems. So this stuff isn't quite as funny, but this is just awesome. So hopefully everybody's in on this. But within Crusader, the scale of the system has been adjusted. The planet Crusader and moons are at a more appropriate distance from one another. Appropriate distance. So I'm guessing that means they're much, much farther apart, or maybe that means they're closer together. I'm not really sure. But I feel like we could see all the planets from one another, so I feel like it's got to mean farther apart. I don't know. What do you think? Farther apart? Appropriate distance? Oh, okay. She's just doing her homework. She's not listening at all. I'm so lonely. Okay. Anyway,
throwing things at you.
You should be. You should not be throwing things at me. I'm thirsty. Okay. Anyway, I digress. Oh, awesome! Thank you. That was wonderful.
No doubt.
Okay.
I gave you this side.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Not giving me the sweaty side. Okay, so comma rays have been repositioned accordingly. Comma ray 8 has been removed. 8, not 8. The comma rays have been changed drastically as part of the new monitored system. Monitored space is actually what it says, not monitored system at all, but reading between the lines. And bounty systems and no longer bounty systems and no longer unlock research missions. It's hard to read when grammar is not a thing. Okay. For the time being, research missions are now offered to characters who visit ICC Probe 849. ICC Probe 849 is now on the QT nav point list. Oh, that's cool. There's a list now. Nice. Maybe that's the same list, but I think that's a new list. Maybe not. There are 3 new icons on the player's visor hub while in Crusader. An icon will appear in the top left of your screen when you are in monitored space. This icon looks like a satellite sending off little signals. To the right of monitored space, there's an icon to indicate that you are in an armed zone. It says ARMISTICE zone. Armistice zone?
Armistice?
Armistice? Is that how you say that? I don't know why I've never heard that word before. What does it mean?
It's pretty common.
Is it common? Armistice zone?
Mm-hmm.
Well, now I just feel silly.
It's like Armistice Day.
Armistice? Okay.
If that's actually what it says.
Yeah, it says armistice, so I don't use that word very often.
An agreement made by opposing sides in a war to stop fighting for a certain time. Or truce.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. This icon looks like a bullet with a line through it. To the right of the armistice zone icon, an icon will appear if you are a wanted criminal. This icon looks like a shooting range target with a border that will become incrementally more orange with each criminal level. Okay, game systems. Your efforts repairing comrades and crusaders have not gone unnoticed by Crusader Industries. Monitored space system. Monitored space are large areas of Crusader system that are being actively monitored by Crusader Industries. These areas are centered around any active comrades in Crusader, as well as Cryastro and Port Alistair. By disabling comrades, you can toggle monitored space off in that area. Likewise, you can reactivate monitoring by activating local comrades. Comrades will be active or disabled at random when an instance is first brought up. Disabling a comrade has consequences because no one except criminals would ever want to go unnoticed by Crusader Industries. This is sounding a lot like the other notes, but players who aren't considered a criminal will get missions to reactivate them. Character kills made in unmonitored space aren't noticed. See if there's anything new here. The bounty system is taking effect. Destroying an empty ship colliding with a landed ship adds 1 level of wanted to you. Killing a player gives 1 cumulative level of criminal, so the more players you kill, it sounds like the more up it goes. Which would make sense. If you kill somebody, it should go up. Crusader Security AI will spawn and attack any criminal of any wanted level that enters the area around Cryastro Station or Port Alistair. That's cool. I've been waiting for that, you know, like, it's so cool that they have actual AI, Sarah. They have actual AI. Like, defensive AI. Pouncing. Like rabid kittens. Oh man.
I'm so close to finishing this test.
Each criminal level. You can fail that class because of me, I'm sorry.
I'm learning about laxatives.
About laxatives, so good. That's a great... What class is
topic.
this? Oh, this is your... oh yeah. Okay. Each criminal level adds 30 seconds of jail time to respawn. I read that last time and it didn't really kick in that every level adds 30 seconds. So level 4, which is the last level you can get before you're kicked off the server, that's like 2 minutes. It's pretty damn long, really. I wonder if Is it gonna tell me, like, does that go away if you get jail time? Level 5 criminal is killed. They're removed from the server. That's what I was just talking about. This functionality is for purposes of testing the system, as consequences within current game system is limited. There are only 2 ways to reproduce or reduce your criminal level. We talked about that. You can wait 10 minutes without killing somebody and reduce by 1, or you can hack the security post. It takes a minute, and other people can start hacking while you're hacking. Pirates and Crusader security now recognize potential friends and foes. Oh, does that mean that the pirates, like if you're a bad guy, then the pirates will not attack you? That could be interesting. Pirates will spawn to protect disabled comrades from non-criminals. Oh yeah, that's awesome. So pirates will spawn and help you out. Huh. Crusader security will spawn to protect active comrades from criminals. Both will become much more aggressive towards anyone who takes action towards them. When a character initiates combat with another character, the aggressor is flagged as hostile to the defender. Defenders do not receive penalty or a wanted criminal level for killing that player that initiated combat in one of your space. So you can fight back. Okay, part 2. Party system revamp. This is what I wanted to know. The party system revamp. This encompasses a wide range of quality of life improvements, updates, and fixes to the party system and STAR system. Okay, here we go. 1. When a party is formed and a member attempts to join the instance for the first time, matchmaking system will automatically look for a server with the best fit for the party size. Once a party member has entered the instance, the elevator UI in the hangar and main menu will show those instances with a party member inside, or with a party member inside on top, followed by instances that have contacts. Matchmaking systems now take into account the number of players in a party when selecting a server. Thank you. The matchmaking will reserve slots on the server for the rest of your party for 2 minutes to allow them time to select the instance and zone in. So that's not, we'll probably still have a little bit of issues with it. They probably should have gone like 3 to 5 minutes because it takes a while to load in, but that works, I guess. The party leadership will now automatically migrate to another player if the leader goes offline. Oh yeah. I didn't realize it didn't. But I guess now that I think about it, it just like kind of glitches out at the moment. If a party member goes offline, then comes back online, the party UI is properly restored in the context list F11. Players that go offline will remain in the party for 10 minutes before being timed out of the party. The party will disband if all party members are offline for 5+ minutes. Party leaders can now kick any offline members. So that's that. That's awesome. That's basically what we were wanting. No more 40-minute attempts to get online with friends. Sweet. Okay. Full instances. This is regarding the social system. Full instances with contacts in them will now go to the bottom of the list of instances in the elevator screen. AR view has a new seamless overlay to prevent it from interfering with normal gameplay. It will still provide the name of characters. AR view is now on by default in all zones. You can disable it by pushing F10, but it will re-enable on zoning. Physical EVA. Physical EVA has been re-enabled for 2.2 after extensive fixing and tweaks on their end. Sweet. Alright, on to ships. Holy ship. Alright, the Aegis Saber is now available and flight ready. Owners of the ship can access it in Arena Commander and Crusader. The Zion Kotru I is, anyway, that ship is now available, and owners of this fine ship can now view it in the hangar. We have been making a number of changes to the movement behavior of manned turrets. Oh, that's great news too. As we are aware that they don't behave in a fluid or intuitive manner at the moment. It's very much still in progress. Okay, so they're working on it, but nothing yet. Alright. SCM and cruise speeds have been rebalanced across the board for all ships. SCM speeds have been increased for the Retaliator, Gladius, Freelancer, Gladiator, Warden, F7A, F7C, all the F7 ones, Vandal Glaive, P52, Vandal Scythe, M50, and 350. SCM speeds have been decreased for Cutlass Black, Avenger, F7C, F25A, 315P, and 300I. Cruise speeds have been increased for the Aurora, LN, CL, and LX, and the 325, 315, and 350R. Cruise speeds have been decreased for the Constellation, Andromeda, Freelancer, Gladiator, Aurora ES, MR, the Cutlass Black, Avenger, Warden, Hornets, all Mustangs, Vandal Glaive, 300i, P52, Vandal Scythe, Gladius, and M50. Alright, in regards to components, this is a big patch. These changes, okay, let me start at the top here, sorry. We've begun a large update to our existing ship component system. This is largely at a back-end level implementing a new component class system, naming conventions, and other needed functionality, as well as retrofitting all existing ships to be compatible. These changes will allow us to implement a greater range of modular internal ship components. Additionally, this allows components to interact with one another in a more direct and less hand-waving simulation of ships' internal systems, setting the foundation for greater player interaction and the future of gameplay mechanics. These changes should not affect the performance of, now we're into the details, of ships in any significant way at this point compared to 2.1, unless noted otherwise. However, it is important to emphasize that this is very much a work in progress. So, a new component class, Coolers, has been added to the Holo table. Coolers are used to dissipate the active heat buildup from other components. At this point, they primarily act to help cool weapon systems. All ships have been retrofitted with generic coolers to provide the same level of cooldown time they experienced before. 2 new coolers have been implemented. The Win/Castrol Indo and J-Span Cryo Star, both size 1 class. These can be mounted on all variants of the following ships: Avenger, Aurora, Mustang, 300 Series, Hornet, Gladiator, Gladius, M50, P-52, Merlin. Oh, bummer. I can't put one on my freelancer. During the PTU... Yeah, I can't. Bummer. During the PTU, all backers will have access to these coolers automatically for maximum testing. Decreased heat per shot of the Mantis GT 220 and increased heat pool. That's good, because that gun was pretty much unusable. That's gonna be a force to be reckoned with now, though. First person stuff. We have made extensive improvements to the first person animations, specifically for FPS. These include added better transitional animations from look to aim poses, added improved animations for when a weapon is lowered or in the lowered state, both while standing and while crouched. Fix an issue where characters would be unable to aim down sights in certain transitional animations. Added FPS cover animations. Fix some animation issues with reloads. Adjust the sway of characters 90%. While running with a stock rifle. Fix an issue where players could look down while their character is prone. Alright. Polished transitional animations. Animations for weapons being fired while prone. Added transitional animations for moving from lower cover to higher cover. Removed much of the helmet and awesome. Removed much of the helmet and HUD bob that occurs in the first person camera mode. That was, that wasn't an issue at first, but then, especially with lower frame rates, like kind of makes some people sick. I know. Just kind of annoyed me. Fix an issue where lying prone in a tight or enclosed area caused characters to bounce back and forth off the collision. Fixed an issue where the PR/AR was not being held correctly when the character was in 0G. Tweaked the look pose of characters when in first-person view, such that users can now see the feet of their character rather than their chest when looking down. Oh, they skinnied us up. Players on Crusader will now have a radar HUD on their visor while on foot. This radar will display the location of nearby player characters that are also on foot. They're coming out of the walls, they say. Huh. Interesting. I wonder how that'll work. Technical stuff. We have implemented a new crash handler to our game client 2.2. Now when the game client crashes, a pop-up window will appear asking you if you would like to report the crash to us. The handler submission will include the game logs of the client and the DX diag information on the system. This will allow us to rapidly gather data on the client crashes that are occurring in our PTU and live environments, while also vastly simplifying the process for players to report crashes to us. So maybe it won't crash every time we turn it off. Updates and fixes. There's like pages of this, by the way. Fixed an issue where props and items in Cubby Blast, Astro were missing. I'm just gonna look through these and then maybe not read them. I fixed a bunch of little stuff in ArcCorp. Lighting fixtures, stuff like the lights turning off and on when you rotate it. Crusader fixed an issue where characters would get flung into space after touching ship debris. I actually had that happen to me. Fixed an issue where characters would occasionally get propelled through space with extreme force after colliding with walls and other rigid objects. That actually, they said they fixed that on Crusader, but that actually happened to me on Area 18.
KALOHEART disconnected. Ready to pair.
Oh yeah? Fixed an issue where player's HUD visor would reinitialize several times after the characters got out of bed. That happens a lot too. Fixed a typo on Polar Ulster where it said atmospheric data screen panel. They fixed the airlocks that got permanently stuck. So that'll be nice. Everybody will be relieved to hear that. Ship computers will warn you when you enter a armistice zone and can no longer fire freely. And notify you when you leave the zone. So I imagine that will also tell you if you if somebody's turned it off. So that could be a good warning to get the hell out of Dodge. Somebody turned it off, they're getting ready to kill you. 6 and 5. Let's try B. We're not in the right place. I'm hoping to hear that they fixed some of these through the ship bugs. Actually, here's a good ship one. Fix an issue where ships were not landing in the correct state after being summoned to a platform at Port Ulster. So all those people that ordered their ships and their landing gears weren't down, and so they blew up. Then that won't happen anymore. So that's nice. Maybe I won't end up with guns randomly in my freelancer. Alright. Cryastro fixed an issue where Cryasto refueling station would not refuel a ship. We were just experiencing that today. If it was the second ship that a character had brought to be refueled, it wouldn't do it. Now, I wondered what was happening. Fixed several issues with the landing points. Fixed an issue where the repair drones would occasionally destroy the ship and kill the pilot instead of fixing the ship. Crazy AI. Fixed several issues that would cause Cryas repair system to fail when repairing ship damage. Fixed an extraneous non-functioning scroll bar that would remain floating on the screen after using the holotable. I think we've all experienced that. Fixed an issue where shield hardpoints were not displaying on the holotable. That was good too. Fixed an issue where the floor lamp in Southland Hangar had a pixelated effect around them. Fix an issue where, see, I thought they were going to say they fixed the light on the holotable and so forth. But, you know, you can't win them all. Still won't be able to use that holotable and so forth. Fix an issue where man turrets did not have an attachment point in the holotable, so weapons could not be added or removed to the turret. I didn't even notice that. The spawn positions for characters inside of VFG Industrial Hangar has been moved underneath the platform so that it parallels all the other hangars. The space crab lives once more. Million Mile High Club. I don't have that, so I don't feel that great. Oh no, I will. Fix an issue with the texture. Appearing over the club bar. Just a bunch of little fix. I guess I'm not gonna read it. Game system. Arena Commander. Fix an issue where the NPC Vixen and Warlord and Drum Sid were missing dialogue. They had dialogue? I didn't hear anything. Interesting. I wonder if I have to... Maybe... I don't know what that means. Fixed an issue where the text on the invite to match button in the lobby would say action result instead of invitation sent. Fix an issue where ships would sometimes stop responding if a second input is entered before the first input is released. Oh, I see. Physical EVA fixed an issue where basically they fixed the controls to match the other ones. Fixed an issue with physical EVA where dropping from 0G to gravity caused your character items to lag behind in midair. Fixed a bug with physical EVA where characters would sometimes be propelled very rapidly through space when transitioning from 0G to gravity. So that's probably what was sending us through our ships. Fixed an issue where EVAing into the back of a freelancer would leave the character lying on the floor of the cargo bay. Fixed some issues where physical EVA would overreact to the player input for both velocity and movement and rotation. Added improved VFX for the EVA jetpacks. Quantum travel. Fixed an issue where weapons and missiles could not be could be fired while QT was active. Fixed an issue where ships could initiate quantum travel while landing at Cry Astro. Social module, we have fixed an issue where deleting the filter text in context window would sometimes close the context window. Fixed an issue where mobiGlass couldn't be shut down while inside a single seat cockpit. I noticed that one. Fixed an issue where the default key binding cap lock did not initiate RP walk slow speed. Apparently it didn't do that for me. Probably because it was a bug. Fixed an issue where users were not able to add context while in a lobby. Fixed an issue where the mobiGlass overlay would overlap with both the context and the chat window without closing either conflicting UI window. Activating mobiGlass will now correctly close the contacts and or chat window if they are open. Fix an issue where pressing backspace on mobiGlass main menu would dismiss the screen but the character would still have mobiGlas open on their arm. Fix an issue where AR mode would show 5.56mm magazine on the hip of the player, Crusader when active. Tutorial fix. Fixed an issue where Gully would wiggle, wobble, and eventually disappear out of sight during Chapter 1. Nothing a new player needs, like just their instructor just disappearing. Do you have more of that soda in here? Ah, you're wonderful.
It's kind of watered down now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of ice water, but it's okay. Okay, into ship fixes. Here's exciting. Fixed an issue where ships could... Fixed an issue where ships' weapon fire could sometimes be drastically offset from weapons when ship is in flight. So that was happening a lot, where like you're flying this way and your guns are like firing over there. That was happening with my freelancer a ton. Actually stopped using it for a long time. Fix trouble issues with camera zoom in and zoom out when exiting a turret. Regarding individual ships, the 300, all of them, fix an issue where the ladders on the 300 series ships were not retracting when the doors closed for takeoff. I just reported one of those. 315, fix an issue where the Origin 315 thrusters were not visible. 350R, fixed an issue where the Origin 350R was missing its main thrusters in both hangar and AC. Fix an issue where countermeasure launchers on the 350R were misaligned. Avenger Warlock added an EMP weapon icon to the HUD of the ship. I never knew there was an EMP on that until there were like 3 people using it today. It was awesome. Just like take everything down for a little while. Didn't really do much though, mind you. You can still fly, you can still fire, you still had your targeting. So I don't know really what the point of it is, but I imagine eventually it'll stop you. Constellation, the Andromeda. Fix an issue where the lower right nozzle, N-A-C-E-L-L-E, sorry, it's probably an easy word. On the Constellation Andromeda would move in the wrong direction when detached. Fix an issue where the Constellation Andromeda would often lack interior collision and characters could clip through the rear cargo hold and hull. Fix an issue where the Constellation would not self-destruct. Audio for the Constellation missile racks have been added. The Cutlass Black updated the detail levels for various damage states of the Cutlass Black, specifically for the nose, body, and tail sections. Freelancer. This is the one I care about. Fixed an issue where the gunner hands did not correctly grip the turret controls in the Freelancer. Graphical detail levels for damage and destruction states have been added, so it won't just always look like it's perfect but dead. Fixed an issue where the Freelancer turret could not be fired, and fixed an issue where the Freelancer turret seat had no UI. Awesome. The Gladiator. Fixed an issue where animations for entering the pilot and gunner seats were offset from the ship seats. Fixed an issue where the pilot hands did not correctly grip the controls after loading into a multiplayer AC match. Gladius. Fixed an issue where the ship lights of the Gladius would not toggle on or off. Fixed an issue where the Gladius countermeasures would not fire in Arena Commander or Tutorial. Updated the detail levels for the Gladius for better transitioning from high to low detail with distance or graphical settings. Fixed an issue where the pilot of a Gladius would occasionally hear landing approved or landing complete when boarding the ship. Regarding the M50 now. Fixed an issue where there was no animation present from or for the M50 landing gear being deployed or retracted. P-52 Merlin. Updated the detail level for the Merlin, better transitioning with graphics. Retaliator fixed an issue where the Aegis Retaliator could not self-destruct and no HUD message would appear. Fixed an issue where there was a replace me textured ball at the top of the Retaliator ladder behind the cockpit. Fixed an issue where pilot animations for the Retaliator were switched when yawing and rolling. Fixed an issue where the Retaliator would sometimes be unable to take off after being repaired at Cryastra Station. That would suck. Fixed an issue where the automatic doors in the Retaliator wouldn't register correctly if a character approached the doors several times in succession. That actually happens on the Freelancer too. Fixed an issue where the audio for the Retaliator elevator was switched, playing the lower end sound while raising and vice versa. Fixed an issue where the Retaliator turrets could very easily fire into the hull of the ship. Fixed an issue where the Retaliator interior could retain a damaged appearance even after being repaired. Saber. We haven't even flown the Saber and it's getting fixes. Fixed an issue where the Aegis Saber had visible gaps in the nose and main body of the ship. Oh, they probably saw that in when it was in the hangar, I guess. Vandal Scythe fixed an issue where the Vandal Scythe had no or missing HUD when in quantum travel mode. Fixed an issue where the Vandal Scythe was missing weapon firing animations. The Warden. The Warden interior details and thruster VFX have received tweaks. Interior damage state has been implemented. Fix an issue where Vanguard could not where the Warden could not self-destruct and no HUD messages would appear. Fix an issue where the pilot hand animations didn't on the fly stick reversed. Fixed an issue where the pilot would sometimes respawn with eyes visible in front of the camera. Fixed an issue where it would spawn too far back on some of the port ulcer landing pads. Fixed an issue where players could clip through the stairs leading to the pilot chair. Holy moly.
Holy moly.
There's a lot of these. Alright, let me see how many more there are of these things. Oh, there's just one more after this. Okay, components. We fixed a bug with ship weapons that was causing the actual weapon damage dealt in game to be extremely inconsistent shot to shot. and causing weapons to receive unintended multipliers in certain situations. That's probably why sometimes you just shoot something and it just die after one bullet. I notice that occasionally. As a result, ships in 2.2 may experience very different performance in combat. We're going to be monitoring this closely and we'll make adjustments as needed. We have started a VFX pass on ship thrusters across all ship families. This is not yet complete, but you may notice small visual changes here and there. The thrusters for many ship families have received a pass to update their level of detail. Correct audio has been added for the Revenant Ballistic Gatling gun. Added audio cue for when character picks up a weapon. Alright, first person changes. Added additional detail for Marine and Outlaw loadouts. Fixed an issue where clients would desync and see their characters stuck in a looping animation instead of idle. Fixed an issue where characters would draw their weapons automatically on exiting the pilot seat in Crusader. Fixed an issue where characters could be teleported to map origin after picking up a dropped FPS weapon. Yeah, that was a funny one. I have a good video of that, actually. Fixed an issue where swapping from the P4 AR to the Arclight pistol while reloading would cause the rifle magazine to clip through the pistol. Fixed an issue where the rear of the PR AR rifle had extreme blur when aiming down the sights. Fixed an issue where swapping from the pistol to an empty P4 AR would cause your character to reload a invisible gun. The P4 AR will now correctly dry fire when out of ammo instead of doing a magazine check. Fixed an issue where the targeting reticle for the P4 AR was missing when aiming from the hip. User interface. Fixed an issue where an empty ship selection drop down would appear on the tutorial lobby. Fixed an issue where pressing backspace in chat menu would cause the Crusader helmet HUD to reinitialize and disappear. Oh, that's what's happening. Fixed an issue where HOTAS users would find their ships going in reverse when in landing mode despite being at 0 throttle and 0 point on the joystick. That'd be frustrating. Ship HUD fixed an issue where relative velocity indicator on ship HUD would sometimes drop down to the lower corner of the screen and get stuck whenever the ship strafed. Fixed an issue where the ship HUD could be interacted with accidentally outside of interaction mode. We made several fixes to ships with multifunction displays to address visual issues and readability. That'd be nice. Fixed an issue where ship HUD would sometimes show certain laser type weapons having ammo. Fixed an issue where the target status hologram in ship HUD were not updating to reflect target's current damage. Now, I don't see anywhere where they fixed the HUDs just not having anything in them at all, so hopefully that was part of one of those. Key bindings fixed an issue where some FPS controls could not be rebound. And they've updated the default profile mapping for the I don't know how to pronounce that, X55 to support automatic landing zones or strafing when on manual landing. Technical. Fixed a client crash when entering the hangar. Fixed a client crash in Arena Commander. Fixed many client crashes involving loading into Crusader during normal gameplay. They fixed a bunch of crashes. That's about that. Doesn't say anything about fixing the... Wait. Fixed a crash that occurred when exiting the game near the AI. I don't know if that's the one or not. Probably not. It crashes every time we exit. Alright, optimizations. These are the last three. Finally. The last three. Okay. Interior physics grids on ships have received a performance optimization pass. Character animations have received a performance optimization pass, and the Constellation Andromeda has received a performance optimization pass. And that is it. Well, that is all we know so far. So that was a lot, though. I'm very excited to see. I'm sure somebody has it up now, so you should totally go and type in, look, see who's playing. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, thanks for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, good for you. Anyway, no, thanks for watching though, and subscribe if you liked it. I'll try to do this whenever big patches come out, and maybe when small ones come out too. So if you enjoyed it, let me know, and have a good night or good day.